What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. And as you know, there's been a recent title update that has fixed the lag on PS4. It's added audibles on the fly and a lot of other things as far as bugs and fixes. But with every patch comes something else that causes concern. In this video right here, this gentleman, Zay Slay, this is the PS4. He's going to pause the game while blowouts are going on, actually commencing upon him, what I'm going to be doing to him. And then he's going to play throughout the rest of the game like everything is okay. And I'm going to end up, the game is not going to count. Now, this is not the first time that I've seen it, but it's the first time that it's actually happened to me. I've been in contact with EA Sports throughout the year about different types of, disconnect glitches that people are doing and stuff like that. And it is my personal vendetta against dudes that do this, that come out and, outright try to find a way to not let the game count or disconnect the game and think everything is sweet. To make sure that everybody's aware of, pick there, running for 6-2, to make sure that everybody's aware of what's going on, because all in all, a lot of you guys got to understand, maybe you think I just started playing Madden or whatever like that, and you're new to GmiasWorld, but I've been playing Madden for a very, very long time, obviously before YouTube was ever even around. So I'm a vet when it comes to the type of things that goes on with the game, and I understand even the most complex parts about Madden. As far as everything that really goes on. And Madden has changed a lot, but one of the biggest things that has really made Madden very, very difficult to deal with is the online play with people that do ridiculous things. Some of the most ridiculous things that Madden has ever done was the QB walk in Madden 09, where your guy would become invisible and just walk down the field, and they would hike the ball, and they would be in the end zone, and it would be a touchdown. One of the most fascinating things I've ever seen in my life. I didn't understand why any program would allow that to happen, but those are the reasons why I appreciate that EA has taken a step to now be able to patch the game during the year. Unfortunately for us, some of the patches that they do, it doesn't really help the game overall. For instance, what I'm going to actually specify right now, in case any developer for EA Sports actually watches this video, because I'm going to actually send it to EA Sports, but I'm not sure if they actually watch the video. I know some of their developers watch, but I'm not sure if everybody's getting the gist of what I'm trying to explain. When Madden 16 was first released, it was probably one of the greatest Maddens ever. All right, when it was first released, even with the aggressive catch being introduced, all that stuff. Upon release, you guys remember when Perriman was able to actually burn everybody on the field and all that stuff was going on? That was actually realistic based on the speed attributes that were, that were given in the game. And I played against a lot of people that were really, really skilled. And if I was supposed to lose, I lost. If I was supposed to win, I won. It wasn't a lot of fluke and everything like that. The first patch for Madden 16 destroyed the game. What I mean by destroyed is the aggressive catch became something that I don't even think an EA developer could ever have foreseen, and the game just became very, very difficult to deal with. From that point of that patch, they created animations where your defender would slide into receivers that had them beat deep, probably because a lot of people were complaining about how fast Perriman was. But the whole objective of Madden and what it has always been was to make sure that you understand that speed was a major factor within the gameplay. I believe that in Madden 18, as far as the wide receiver and the cornerback transitions, they've gone away from that. And they brought Madden back to more of a, I don't know, I guess like a olden day type game where nothing else really matters, like if they're just starting out. Because what happens is the sliding of the actual play, the sliding into each other, it kind of takes away any reasoning for purchasing any type of receiver that has significant speed. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really matter. If you have a cornerback that's an 85 speed, like a Talib, and he was running with Randy Moss, 94 overall, most feared, that doesn't make any sense, okay? And people will say, oh, yeah, but he's in zone. It doesn't matter if he's in zone or not. Look, even if you've never played football, you should understand that if somebody is faster than you, you shouldn't be able to catch up to them due to an animation. It just doesn't make sense. And the reason that I point all that stuff out is it's good and bad. That's why I brought up the, the QB walk that was happening in Madden 09 and where we are right now as far as the patches go. Because the one thing I will tell you is the developers actually, they care about a lot of the things that are going on. The problem is they listen to the wrong people. And some of those people are competitive players. But just because you're a competitive player doesn't mean that you're a good Madden player. And that's where it starts to get like confusing, because people are like, what do you mean by that? A lot of the Madden players that are competitive players are not good players. You understand what I'm saying? They actually feed off of what Madden is doing and the capabilities that are available to them, you know, throughout the actual gameplay right now. Like, for instance, a lot of people run cover 4 drop. In the most recent club championship, which I believe was the Jacksonville Jaguars, we saw one of the opponents of I'm Wild. He was running cover 4 drop most of the game. Now, cover 4 drop is a general defense that it's a lot of coverage and it's 3 down linemen rushing. That it doesn't make sense that that defense locks up the run, the pass, wildcat, and all. It doesn't make any sense, but that's something that is an occurring feature in the game. Now, as far as the mechanics go, older Maddens, you would never be able to get any pressure with those 3 men rushing until, you know, after a certain amount of time, the person will eventually get in. That's actually something that makes sense. And that, if you look at realistic and real football, right? When an offense knows that somebody's only rushing 3, let's take, for instance, Tom Brady. If you watch Tom Brady play, one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game, when he comes out and he notices the defensive front, if he sees and he senses that it's a coverage, he adjusts his actual line and he has all day in the pocket. It doesn't matter how good the linemen are because it's 5 against 3. But for some reason, cover 4 drop is something that, you know, maybe the Lord made. You know, I don't know what it is, but that's what has happened. If you go back to Madden 16, after the patch, D. Jones became a top Madden player. The dude was manning up his D linemen on fast wide receivers, and they were running with them up the field. It didn't make any sense, which is why EA took away the ability to like man up dudes, you know, like man up your D line and stuff like that, and different things like that. And also now you can't cross man and stuff like that. So EA has been adjusting what's been going on. My major issue with the stuff that's happening is the things that they decide to patch. Now, at this point right now, he's down 28-3. Falcon fans, don't have any kind of, you know, flashback about this. Yeah, it's kind of bad. The Patriots did. And I do have Tom Brady, and the Patriots did come back and destroy you in the Super Bowl. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run this for 6 with Randy Moss, right? And then this gentleman that I'm playing right now is going to pause the game. For whatever reason, I don't know what he's doing, and I'm going to leave it in real time. Because what happens is if the developers decide to look at it and investigate it, they can look at both of our PSN IDs and figure out exactly what happened in this game and kind of look into it. And if this guy has ever done this to you, maybe we can get some more information on him and see what he's doing and try to figure out what's going on, because there are different ways to glitch the game, okay? And with the new patch, what happens is with the title update, it kind of lets you know if somebody's trying to do anything because it tries to reconnect you. So it's always something new that's going on and something that these guys that DC glitch the game try to figure out. And it's our job as a community to figure out how we can make it fun for everyone. Because like I said, yes, the game is frustrating to me in most cases, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be a part of coin selling or anything else that's against the terms of service. You know, you got to know how to justify what you're doing. Yes, I do rage uncontrollably, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to do something or put my viewers in a situation where you get involved with something that is against the terms of service and can have your account banned or, you know, maybe not be able to access EA servers. You understand what I'm saying? That's what my purpose is. I'm able to make you guys see what's going on. We show people that are doing the obvious, and then we come together and figure out how we can fix it, okay? So these are the things that I want to address. I want to make sure that if you come out and you're supposed to get a win, that you get a win. That's what I want to make sure of. I don't want to have it in a situation where, you come out here and you play 45 minutes, 40 minutes of a game, and then a dude can just do something ridiculous and then you get the loss. So I'm giving you guys this open information because this video is going to be sent to EA Sports. And I don't know. They've looked at some of my other videos. We were successfully able to get 2 console bans for individuals that have done certain things earlier in the year. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe this guy, he just got really, really lucky. It happens. But I don't believe in coincidence. And I think that this man is a savage animal that came from the jungle and the Lion King. He's like one of the hyenas. Because it doesn't make any sense that he would stay through it. And then while he stayed through it, all he did was run the ball. He didn't do anything else or try to make an attempt to win the game or anything. And he was very, very happy to go throughout, the rest of the game. So that's also a red flag. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're going to take your loss, you just take, look, I've been blown out by ridiculous amounts of numbers. Like, it's numbers that I can't calculate. And I sit there. It's no reason for me to pause the game. Like, all I'm trying to do is figure out how to get better during the game. I'm trying to try different plays, stuff like that. Nobody's pausing the game, bro. So you can see that I've been demoted all the way down to All-Pro second. For everybody that watching me stream, I was first string All Madden most of the year. After the game started being patched, I can't win. I can't beat anybody, bro. Like, dudes come out and just throw the ball through my body on a regular basis. It doesn't really matter. We'll be first team All Madden again very soon, but it's just very, very wild, the stuff that's been going on with the patches. So you can see what happened. Pretty much, they locked me out of the game after a win. After a win, they locked me out of the game. Now, that usually happens when they disconnect the game initially. So I went to objectives in progress. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. It didn't count my first game as a win. Nothing happened, right? Then once I'm able to log back in, it shows that the game wasn't actually played. And that's pretty much where it's going to end. So I would like EA Sports and the developers to look into this. If you watch this video and you're concerned, share it as well. Thank you for your time. One love.